inaugural event of Startup Manthan 2021 was held today and was graced by Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh.
It is a privilege to be talking at an event on startups. This event is a testament of India's ability to take the lead and further build our strength in the post-COVID world. Friends, India embarked on an ambitious Startup India program on the clarion call given by our Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi. This program is started with the objective of harnessing the young talent, the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship ingrained in the Indian ethos. Startup India was based on three major pillars. First, simplification and handholding. Second, funding and incentives. And third, incubation and industry academia partnerships. Friends, our government is acutely conscious that startups, being the latest in trends in the defense manufacturing sector, required that extra push. With this aim in view, we have taken many steps to foster and encourage this partnership with private industry. I would like to highlight some of them, like opening up the patents and laboratories of DRDO to private industry, setting up of young scientist labs in niche technology areas, programs like Innovation for Defense Excellence, Defense India Startup Challenge, and IDEX for Fauji, etc. Dear friends, our commitment to ensure that technology developed by the Startup Ecosystem Act as force multipliers to the Indian military operational and combat capabilities. This has been highlighted in the latest version of the Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020. This allows startup to participate in Make in India forums and also reserve projects up to rupees 100 crore for micro, small, and medium enterprise. Friends, I have been informed that Startup Manthan 2021 is being organized by Innovations for Defense Excellence Defense Innovation Organization as an annual flagship event dedicated to showcase innovations and technological developments in defense sector. It brings together startups, MSMEs, the corporate and military representatives to identify way forward and to further strengthen the partnership. Friends, as you are aware, IDEX was launched by the Honorable Prime Minister in April 2018 with the core aim to create corporate models for Indian defense needs. Such needs were to identify emerging technologies, connect innovators to military units, facilitate co-creation, and create pathways for incorporation of cutting-edge technologies into weapon systems used by our armed services. Friends, the Startup Manthan is going to provide a unique opportunity for startups to showcase their capabilities, products, and services to the targeted audience of industry leaders and business decision makers. Also, I believe the productive interactions with renowned national and international speakers, mentors, and thought leaders will provide learning opportunity to all those present here.
I request Honorable Raksha Mantri to launch and unveil the IDEX dashboard by clicking on the button.
Startup Manthan 2021 recognizes young startup entrepreneurs across the country who took up the challenge of bringing up solutions and innovative products for the defense and aerospace sector.
It's day 3 here and so much more is happening. I am going to run across the entire airfield here and try and bring you some very, very interesting products that are on display. Come, let's go. Well, in an aero show, we usually see aircrafts and choppers, but what am I doing on a tank? This is an infantry compact vehicle called Sarath. What is a tanker doing in an aero show?
So, a brief introduction of this tank is, this tank having a mobility characteristic 65 km per hour, it can travel on road, and cross country it can travel 40 meter per second. In the water it can travel 7 km per hour, and it can negotiate 2 km per hour water current. And coming to the weapon characteristics, it is fitted with a 30 mm cannon, and which can fire a 500 rounds per minute, and it is fitted with a 7.62 machine gun and equipped with 2000 rounds in the magazine. And third powerful weapon is that missile. Missile is the Concours second generation missile. It has been fitted with. And coming to the protection level, it can protect the crew members inside. 10 members of crew members, that is 6 plus 2 plus 2, 2 driver and co-driver, gunner and commander, and 6 people, infantry crew members. These crew members are being protected with the Syranag level 3, which can 7.62 machine gun against it can protect.
Okay.
And coming to the relevance of aero show, there is a part of the startup Manthan.
Yeah.
So there are more than 65 challenges given to startup companies in India.
Right.
One of the challenge is that see-through armor. The see-through armor is basically, it gives a better situational awareness as well as a night enablement for the crew members who inside the tank.
Right.
So better situational awareness here means, so with a single image, with a single screen, he can see the around 360 degree view of the outside of the tank.
Yeah.
So it gives really the threat perception from the inside as if he is seeing through the armor.
Wow.
That's why it is called a see-through armor. Coming to the night enablement, so as of now BMP doesn't have a night enabled sight, so though driver has given a night enabled sight, but the limited field of view. These tanks not only used against the enemies of the Indian Army, it is used for the UN peacecoming mission in the Congo like friendly countries.
From Commander D. Rajendra Kumar, a little more about it. Commander, tell us what's happening here.
Ma'am, as part of IDEX challenge, there are two problems in this tank. One, it has a very restricted field of view, means around 40 degrees only a soldier or a commander can see, and it can't be in the night operation. So it's a big flaw if you don't use this armors in the night. So as part of IDEX, they came to many startups and they asked for a solution. So we proposed this solution where we will put multiple cameras and stitch the image, so that the commander, gunner, or anybody, they can see a single image. Okay. So what is happening in the behind, what is happening in the right or left, everything can be seen by each of them.
I'm here at the pavilion where we have exhibitors who won the Manthan Startup Challenge 2021. Here is a rocket. Let's find about what the company does.
So at Skyroot, we build rockets for launching satellites to space, especially focusing on launching small satellites, below 500 kilograms. So this is a 1:10 model of our rocket, which we are planning to launch by the end of this year. And these are some of the engines which will go into the rocket, which are successfully built and tested last year.
A rocket can be this small as well, or is this a prototype?
So this is just a prototype.
This is a prototype.
This itself is a 1:10. So this will be it is 10 times bigger than this.
Okay.
Yeah. The actual rocket is 10 times bigger than this.
Right. So other than ISRO, who manufactures rockets for the country, are you one of them in the league, or there are many people in this area?
Yeah. So we are one of the first few in this sector, one of the leading people in this segment. Among very few, there are very few private startups. It just started. In fact, the sector has opened up very recently to the private players. We are one of the first.
Drones are a wonderful innovation, but they can also become a menace if they are illegal, especially to our soldiers on the battlefield if the drones are running around, and that can really tense them. But now we have a counter drone system. What is this? It almost looks like a gun. Tell us more about this.
This is a gun which is indigenously designed and developed, and it works for 3 kilometers. So you can point the gun at the direction of the drone, which is illegal, and just press a button within 30 seconds. The drone will fly, just drop like hot potatoes from the sky. And this will actually make sure that our soldiers not only are protected by the drones, but at the same time you can keep the area safe for VIPs and even the your critical areas.
So this has a 3-kilometer range, and it just works like a gun.
It works like.
So what is it? Is it a laser or what's out of it?
It emits the RF, and it actually takes out the entire navigation, communication and data link for the drone. So drone is just left, wandering in the sky.
Now, other than the vaccine, is there something else that can protect you from the COVID virus? Well, apparently there is. Here is Nikos Technologies. They've come up with some suits, and they claim to be protecting you from the virus. Let's find out more from the founder of Nikos.
Through the nanotechnology, we have enhanced the fabric which can protect you from the viruses and bacteria. So we have tested this on the SARS-CoV-2 from the Doherty Institute, Australia, which claim it kills the SARS-CoV-2 also. Other important features that it has. So during your exercise, your body temperature increases. In order to reduce the temperature, we sweat. But due to the layer of the clothing, our body heat temperature increases. So this fabric will help you to release the heat into the air, which gives you a cooling effect around 2 to 3 degrees. And the material that we are using are the cosmetic grades. So there is no skin infection caused by these chemicals. So since the vaccine are out, but still we have to take care of our hygiene in order to reduce the curve. So we have this defense collection now here, and we are also available for sales for the civilian market as per their products needs.
We've heard of mobile network jammers, but have you heard of a drone jammer? Here is one. This is how it looks, and that's the antenna. Tell us about this Big Bang Boom jammer.
So yeah, we are a very young startup here. So we have developed an anti-drone defense system. So anti-drone defense system basically works for a COTS kind of drones. So COTS is commercially off-the-shelf drones. For example, Mavic, Phantom kind of drones. So and the solution is like we will be deploying it in a LOC. So where we will detect the drones in a range of 5 kilometers, and we could able to detect all the drones which operates in both RF as well as Wi-Fi, and we will jam the drones in the range of 1 kilometer. So all the operations can be given to the our system operator, who can able to decide whether he can able to make the drones to return to home, or he can able to make it down at that particular time. So that is how our system works. And we have developed a unique system when compared to other system. It's like we have incorporated both RF as well as the AI technique into it. So which increases the detection percentage of the drone, which means we can able to identify, we can able to surely say it's a drone, and we can able to extract all the information which is flying within our radius of 5 kilometers. And we will give the information to the end user, like you want to jam you can start the jammer, you can jam the signal. All the operations will be given, instructions will be given to the system operator who is been using. So right now we are in the field trials, and we are getting very good results, and we are here to deploy it to the defense.
What this chip spirit does?
So right now we are working on whatever goes into this mic and that camera and the mobile phones that you have, the big hardware or small hardware, that 10 nanometer. In your hair diameter, we can do 10 million circuits in the diameter of your hair. That is the technology we work on. Yeah. So, and we are the winners of IDEX Disc 1 challenge, and we are working on the VLSI design circuits. It's a fully hardware encryption device, which is first time in the world, where whole FAT32, that is the transaction of data from the USB to the Abhed one will be completely without any software. So there is no software, no operating system, no Windows, no Linux, no stuff like that. So full the VLSI circuits will take the data from FAT32 and encrypt the data. This is the key. This is the plain text data will come here, and then the ciphertext data will go out into the other USB. And the other use case, and at the destination where you have the encrypted text, ciphertext, it will get into our device, and then it will go out on the plain text. Okay, that is our one use case. The other is the network use case, whereby in the network through the 1 gig Ethernet port, we send the data. Like right now, you have your data here, right? You have an Ethernet connector through your router, whereby it will go into the public network that is in the air or through the lines, and it will be all encrypted through our device. This is the first time in the world it is being done fully in hardware.
Well, Aero India 2021 has kept me so busy waking up in the morning that I have no time to work out. This is not a dumbbell, it is actually a very lightweight motor. I'm here with the founders of this little design here. Tell us a little bit about your product.
We are a young startup, and we started developing motors and unmanned ground vehicles for last 2 years. And we came up with our own indigenous axial flux BLDC motor that you can see here. So the thing is, like, it can be fitted to any Honda Activa or Jupiter. So it can make the vehicles to run at around 100 kilometers an hour. It can give you 6 kilowatt of power, and it's very lightweight. That you can. The competitor motors which is available in the market will weigh you around 8 to 9 kilograms, and this one is just 4 kilograms, and it has a peak capacity of up to 6 kilowatt range, so you can even connect with this with the gearbox.
So it looks really small, but you have pictures of tankers there. Can that also work on running something that huge?
So you can see here we have a planetary gearbox, so the torque from this motor will be drastically increased to up to 10 times using that. Since the axial length is very less, so you can create a gearbox and you can directly fit with the wheels. So the compactness will be maintained and you can directly fit on it. So you will be reducing the differentials, CVTs and everything. So it will give you more power. So you can RPM will be reduced. So that's the concept.
Right.
So and the weight is less. So you can directly fit with the wheels.
Yeah.
So that's the advantage of using our motors.
Here at the Startup Manthan Pavilion, we are seeing India's first rescue watercraft. Tell us more about this boat. Is it a boat? It's a craft? What is it?
It's a rescue watercraft to save a drowning person. Okay. Now, currently, if you see somebody drowning, okay, a person has to go. So we are risking 2 people's life. With this remote craft, which is remotely operated, you need not risk your life. Instead, you just deploy this craft in the water, and with the remote control, you can navigate it to reach towards the victim. Sure. We are privileged to present this watercraft to Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji, and as well Defence Minister last year in the DEF Expo, Lucknow.
Namaskar. Bandhan ceremony is an event which would witness launch of new defense products, transfer of technology by DRDO to the industry, signing of and forging of partnerships between entities, and major announcements related to FDI and defense exports. Memorandum of understandings among the defense PSUs, industries and research institutions for collaboration in defense, manufacturing and transfer of technology would bring in innovative technology and which will make this a defining moment in the history and journey of Aero India.
The event, Bandhan, the bonding, was about the transfer of technology agreements announcements of product launches and handing over of the projects and products, initial operation clearance, formal handing over of hardwares, launch of the products, and signing of the various MOUs. Honorable Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh summed up, saying today 128 MOUs were signed, 19 TOTs, 4 handing overs, 18 product launches, and 32 major announcements were made, amounting to 201 new feats.
We have forged strategic ties that are poised to transform the defense and aerospace manufacturing in the country. I have been informed that on this memorable day, we have signed 128 MOUs, 19 TOTs, 4 handing overs, 18 product launchers, and 32 major announcements, totaling grand figure of 201 feats. Further, 45 MSMEs who participated in Aero India 21 has already bagged orders worth rupees 203 crore. This is a major achievement, and the credit for this goes to all of you. These agreements give impetus to Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat. These extensive tie-ups, joint ventures, and technology transfers agreed today will significantly enhance the domestic capability of the industry. Friends, India is geared up. India is geared up to be a global aerospace hub. The aerospace industry is poised to be an important contributor to the economy, generating significant employment also. We have made a fresh start today after a year of uncertainty due to the pandemic, and I thoroughly believe that we will move faster with your support and cooperation. I want to assure you the Ministry of Defense will do everything possible to ensure that the agreements entered into today will be implemented successfully.
HAL handed over its products to Coast Guard. Along with all the business propositions and the transfer of technology and IP issues about Aero India 2021, the most sought after part of Aero India show is about flight display. The flying display, as usual, was excellent, and right in the morning it started off with a bright, brilliant sky, and the Surya Kiran and Sarang team once again stole the show of flying display.
HAL is extremely proud to present here in display its youngest and latest member of the growing helicopter family, the light utility helicopter, an abiding example of HAL's continued dedication to self-reliance. We have in front of you the light utility helicopter, which will be performing a spiraling climb, amply demonstrating the reserve of power and controllability the machine possesses.
Wave Mixers.
You can see Suryakiran 8 and 9 approaching towards each other along with 5 and 6. And can you guess their closing speed?
Keeping up with the ethos of the Indian Air Force, we take pride in our heritage. So ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the Goonie bird, savior of Kashmir, the one and only Dakota.
ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಮುಂದೆ ಡಕೋಟಾ ವಿಮಾನವನ್ನು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಗೂನಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ ಎಂದೇ ಜನಪ್ರಿಯವಾಗಿ ಕರೆಯಲ್ಪಡುವ ಡಕೋಟಾ ವಿಮಾನವು ನಮ್ಮ ವಾಯುಪಡೆಯ ಮೊದಲ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಸಾರಿಗೆ ವಿಮಾನವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ವಿಶ್ವದ ಅತ್ಯುನ್ನತ ವಿಮಾನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗಿರುವ ಗೂನಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಅದರದೇ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಇತಿಹಾಸವಿದೆ. ಈ ವಿಮಾನವು 1947ರಿಂದ 1971ರವರೆಗೆ ಲಾಜಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾರಿಗೆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಪಾತ್ರ ವಹಿಸಿದೆ. 1947ರ ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಶ್ಮೀರಿ ಸೈನಿಕರನ್ನು ಸಾಗಿಸಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು 1971ರ ಬಾಂಗ್ಲಾದೇಶ್ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಹೋರಾಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಂಗಿಲ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಗೆ ಈ ವಿಮಾನವನ್ನು ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿತ್ತು.
Namaskara, Bangalore. This is Group Captain Menon and Wing Commander A.K. Singh from the Dakota cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the aerial ballet. I have only one question, Bangalore. How is the Josh? Bangalore, keep your mask on, keep social distancing, and beat the pandemic. Dakota out.
2018ರ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ 13ರಂದು ಸಂಸದರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಜೀವ್ ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಈ ಗೂನಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ ವಿಮಾನವನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಏರ್ ಕೊಮೋಡೋರ್ MK ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ VSM ರವರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಭಾರತೀಯ ವಾಯುಪಡೆಗೆ ಉಡುಗೊರೆಯಾಗಿ ನೀಡಿದರು. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ವಾಯುಪಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕ ದಿನವಾಗಿಯೇ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ. UK ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಕೂಲಂಕಿತ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಇದನ್ನು 2018ರಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೆ ತರಲಾಯಿತು.
Various companies pertaining to aerospace and defense sectors from India and abroad have put up their stalls and exhibited their products. The response for the stalls was good, even with the pandemic situations.
at Aero India 2021 and it is absolutely exciting. We see a lot more people coming in today. Currently I'm at the exhibition center. This is Indian Air Force Station and they have put up a stall to create awareness about the opportunities for youngsters to join the Indian Air Force and defense in general. How's the experience been for you being in defense and as women in defense?
Yeah, it's been challenging for me to sustain here, and it's a very good experience, and I would motivate each and everyone to join Air Force. And there are different branches, there are different categories in which they can fall, and depending on the graduation, the subjects which they choose, there are different branches. They can join India after 10+2 and after graduation also. So whatever they're interested in, their subject of choice, then accordingly they can come to any of the branch which is there for Air Force. And it is not only academic, it involves overall development including sports, adventure, studies of course. So it's an overall development. I would say the overall personality changes, discipline in life, to handle situation pressure, pressure, family pressure, the office work, so to become an inspiration for children also. So it's an amazing organization to work.
Exhibition area, there have been a lot of organizations, startups, manufacturing companies, aerospace companies who've put up their stalls on what Gopalan Aerospace does and also how Aero India has played a role in their journey.
We started this venture 3 years back and in Hoskote in 10.5 acres, and we closely work with IAI, Rafale, Dassault and all the international partners, manufacturers of us. See, with these new policies of the government, the Atmanirbhar concept and the Make in India concept of the government, which has been launched by the Modi government, has really helped this industry grow. This we feel is like a sunshine industry, like how IT was few years, couple of decades back. What we see Indian defense as well as the orders been given to of LCA to HAL, the promotion of the Indian companies will really benefit all the support industries associated with defense manufacturing as such. We see a great potential for next 1 to 2 decades, and not only that, just getting an order. We are the kind of joint ventures we are getting into, technology transfer we are getting into, will help this industry grow. Not just for manufacturing, but also looking at sales to different third world countries over a period of time.
Aero India and aerospace industry next another 20 years, definitely it is a full-fledged. And any industry is already in the aerospace industry, this is the boom time. Because almost all the products, whatever the defense are presently purchasing, it is going to be a Make in India program. So this is the time who are all the top people of the industry, defense industry will come out, and we cannot bring them to our factory, but we can bring them to our stall. That is what, because of Aero India is helping us, and we are not expecting a more crowd. Only out of whole 3 days, if you get 5 customers, that will give them business. It is not a business which we are presenting ourselves as if we are in the aerospace industry. Right. That is what we are expecting from the industry.
We have been participating in this remarkable event on a regular basis, but I believe that for all of us, 2021's edition, it's very special, I have to say. And being here and bringing a high caliber business delegation, I believe that through our participation here, we want to get across a strong message of friendship, but at the same time confidence in Indian authorities' capacity to organize such a big event even in these trying times. This is my 3rd Aero India, and definitely it's not yet over. We have had a number of bilateral meetings with both high-ranking officials of Indian armed forces, definitely interacting with Indian companies, and since we are now sometimes in the middle, we look forward to having another successful meeting. So once again, thank you so much for the interest you have shown in the Czech Republic. I believe the most important was to promote defense and civil aviation partnerships between the Czech Republic and India, and I'm extremely grateful to fellow colleagues of mine for taking tremendous courage to travel, to be present in Aero India 2021, and as the ambassador who has had the privilege of working with most of them, I tell you, these companies present here distinguish themselves for high level of competence, leading edge technologies, and capacity to deliver fairly and well. And I'm also proud to say that most of them have already been able to establish good relationship with their Indian counterparts.
We are the manufacturing engines and APUs and climatizations for helicopters and aircrafts, and we are very happy to do some business with India. We are 200 years old company, and we would like to work with you very long time and find good businesses for both countries.
With more than 30 years experience with supplying this chassis to your Indian Army. So we are more than happy to be there to support this Czech delegation, to support Indian Army, to be a part of this great exhibition after a long time, after the COVID situation, that we can be present there. And we believe that our continuation cooperation will only be better and better with the Indian Army and with the Indian companies.
Karnataka Pavilion was a new initiative in this area.
We are getting a very good response from all foreign companies, all consulates, ambassadors have visited our stall. We are expecting all Air Chief Bipin Rawat also to visit tomorrow. The purpose of putting this stall is we have provided table space for 20 MSMEs. They are showcasing their products. The foreign companies, aerospace companies, those who have stalls, they are visiting us. We contribute more than 70% of India's aerospace components. So this is mainly to attract new investments and also showcase our strength. Production-linked incentives is being given. Comparatively, we stand first in terms of quantum of incentives being given to the industries. We have ready infrastructure. Close to here near International Airport, KADB has developed more than 2,000 acres of land. Land is readily available for the investors. So these are the key offerings along with the incentives. and the labor laws, doing business, ease of doing business is all in place. We have made starting industry very easy. Anybody can start industry in Karnataka by taking only one permission. Rest they can take within a period of 3 years. They have 3 years of moratorium period. So absolutely any investor can put up an industry without taking any permission.
The valedictory ceremony of Aero India 2021 was held at Yelahanka Air Base, Bengaluru. It was graced by Honorable President of India, His Excellency Shri Ramnath Kovind, First Lady of the Nation Srimati Savita Kovind, Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka Shri B.S. Yediyurappa, Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh, Chiefs of Defence Services were on the dais.
I express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable President of India, Sri Ramnath Ji Kovind, for consenting to grace the valedictory function of Aero India 2021. It is a great honor for all of us that the first citizen of the country and the Supreme Commander of the Indian Forces has participated and blessed the International Aerospace and Defense Exhibition. I feel privileged to inform that Aero India started in 1996 and today in 2021 we are in the 13th edition. This event has played a critically important role over the years in addressing the issues of Indian aerospace and defense industry. It has played a very constructive role in India's emergence as one of the most rapidly growing economy in the field of aerospace and defense sector. Friends, Aero India has offered a unique platform not only to the Indian public and private sector industry, but to the global original equipment manufacturers to partnerships, showcase their technology to the potential customers and investors. I mean that the 3D India 2021 has stimulated good business and contracts among firms in addition to constructive discussions among all stakeholders. The success of the event would not have been possible without the tremendous support of the Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri B.S. Yediyurappa ji, and his hard-working team. I thank the entire team led by the Chief Minister of Karnataka for extending their immense cooperation that enabled a smooth and successful conduct of Aero India 2021.
Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri B.S. Yediyurappa ji, Union Minister for Defence, Sri Rajnath Singh ji, Chief of Defence Staff, General Bipin Rawat ji, Secretary Defence Production, Sri Rajkumar ji, distinguished participants and guests. I am delighted to be here today among you all for the valedictory ceremony of the 13th edition of Aero India and to witness the Grand International Aero Show. The participation of defense ministers and senior defense officials from several nations and many business leaders from around the world has added a significant value to this event. I am sure that the delegates would have experienced the vibrant energy of a new India and witnessed our vast capabilities as well as many opportunities that our country offers in the defense and aerospace sectors. I am also sure that this event provided the participating nations and industries an ideal platform to exchange ideas and forge partnerships. Ladies and gentlemen, the past year has been a time of unprecedented hardships due to COVID-19. Its adverse impacts have been felt on all walks of life over the world. Despite the challenges posed by the pandemic, I am happy that Aero India 2021 has been organized successfully. It has been held without compromising its spirit while following the COVID appropriate norms. Here I want to praise the courage and bravery of the Indian Air Force and our pilots for displaying exemplary professionalism in protecting India's skies and strengthening the country's defense. Aero India 2021 has been an unprecedented success. I am told that high-level delegations from 43 countries and exhibitors from 530 companies have participated in the event. Many more across the world got associated with the event virtually, which is the world's first mega event of this kind to be held in the hybrid format. I have also been informed that 201 new business partnerships have been developed in the form of MOUs, agreements and collaborations among various nations and companies. Our Union Defence Minister and Karnataka Chief Minister and their teams deserve an enthusiastic ovation for their hard work. Also, the delegates, participants and business leaders who have travelled long distances and ensured the success of this event, they all deserved special appreciation. I have been told that a conclave of defence ministers of Indian Ocean region on the theme of enhanced peace, security and cooperation in the Indian Ocean was organized on the margins of Aero India 2021. It is a matter of great significance that as many as 28 IOR countries participated in it. India has always been an ardent advocate of universal peace and development. IOR is an important reason because of its rich natural resources and strategic location. We have floated the idea of Sagar, which stands for security and growth for all in the region, to promote cooperation in the Indian Ocean region. It is important that IOR nations focus on fostering political, economic, cultural and defense cooperation. We have always been ready to share our expertise and resources with all IOR nations for planning and coordination in humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. After the COVID-19 outbreak, under Operation Sagar 1, we reached out to our neighbors and assisted them with medical teams, medicines, as well as diagnostic kits, ventilators, masks, gloves, and other medical supplies. In keeping with India's stated commitment to use its vaccine production and delivery capacity to help the entire humanity fight the COVID-19 pandemic, supplies under grant assistance to our friendly foreign nations have already begun. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chiefs of the Air Staff Conclave was another highlight of this event. I am pleased to note that deliberations focusing on areas of mutual interest were very fruitful and would help in creating a peaceful world order. Startup Manthan, the annual event for defense startups, has also drawn significant attention. Innovations for Defense Excellence, that is IDEX, was launched in 2018 to encourage innovators, entrepreneurs, MSMEs, and startups to engage with the defense establishment and solve military challenges. Through this platform, many startups are developing new technologies and products for military use. This is helping us develop indigenous innovation and self-reliance in defense technologies. In the 29 innovation challenges issued by the Indian military and defense public sector undertakings, and from over 1,200 applications from startups, around 100 winners referred to as IDEX innovators have been selected so far. The father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi, had planted the seeds of Swadeshi and self-reliance during our freedom struggle. Now we have renewed this pledge and are making determined efforts with Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan by giving a fresh impetus in this direction with strategic policy measures backed by time-bound actions. Our vision is to create a robust economy and infrastructure alongside developing competitive supply chains and integrate them globally. Ladies and gentlemen, the reforms initiated in India in the last 6 years offer unprecedented opportunities to investors and private companies in the defense and aerospace sectors. We have taken a number of policy initiatives aimed at placing India among the top nations in the defense sector with twin objectives of self-reliance and export promotion. Among measures aimed at transforming India into a major defense manufacturing hub are notification of a negative list of 101 items, reforms in defense procurement policies and procedures, liberalization of the industrial licensing requirements, increase of FDI in the defense sector up to 74% through the automatic route and 100% through the government route, simplifying and offering incentives to offset discharges, streamlining export authorization procedures and approving export of major indigenous weapons like the Akash missiles. I have also been informed that with consistent FDI reforms, the foreign investment in the defense and aerospace sectors has grown by 200% in the last 5 years. The government is focused on promoting the ease of doing business to encourage manufacturers to set up units in India. The defense sector has also been witnessing steady liberalization. Industrial licensing requirements have been eliminated for a number of items. The processes for industrial license and export authorizations have been simplified and made online. To facilitate establishment of defense industries and give impetus to the MSMEs, 2 defense corridors have been established in the states of Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. All these efforts are expected to unleash a huge potential of job creation in the country while taking India into the path of self-reliance in defense production. The tremendous growth of India's strength in aerospace in recent years may be fathomed from the development of the new indigenous light combat aircraft, that is Tejas. I am happy to note that Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has got the orders for 83 Tejas aircraft from Indian Air Force valued at more than rupees 48,000 crore. I am also told that capacity of LCA production at HAL is being enhanced. Aero India 2021 is a living proof of India's ever-growing strength in the defense and aerospace sectors at the global level. The event has exhibited that the global confidence in India's capabilities is growing steadily. Today, India is not just a market, but is also a land of immense opportunities for the whole world, including in the defense sector. I am confident that the 13th edition of Aero India will contribute significantly towards strengthening India's self-reliance in the defense sector as well as establishing India as a manufacturer for the whole world. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Flying display was presented to the Supreme Commander of the Defence Forces, Shri Ramnath Kovind ji. Over 500 companies from 60 countries participated in the 3-day event of Aero India 2021. Being the first ever hybrid version of the event, 4.5 lakh people were virtually connected with the event. Aero India 2021 was hailed as a resounding success even amidst the global pandemic of Corona. Team Doordarshana Bengaluru put up its best foot forward to bring the entire event of 3 days Aero India 2021 to your screens in the comfort of your homes. Thank you for watching Doordarshana.